Since I have started this booktube channel, I have done 2 pretty big hauls, and I think I started this like 2 months ago. I've done some pretty big hauls though, and I'm pretty sure you are probably wondering, how many books do I own if I'm doing such large book hauls? Like, it's like a common theme, which, by the way, it is a common theme if you are in any of the Discord channels that I'm in for like booktube channel thingies. You will see that this is just a common thing that I do. I just buy a significant portion of books and then I kind of like put it to the side, and then I buy a significant portion of books and then I put it to the side. So you're probably wondering right now, how many physical books do I have? Where are they? How many books do I have on my physical TBR? And if you weren't wondering that, you are now, because I've put the thought into your head. I thought it'd be cool because I've seen Destiny do it and I've seen Sarah Caroli do it, where they were talking about their physical TBR and like going off and being like, this is all the books that I own and this is the number. I don't know if I want to give you the number because it's kind of embarrassing how many books that I own compared to how many books I have read. And I will say, I just recently got back into reading. Like, I've always been into reading my whole life. However, when the panini happened, like, I really got back into reading because there was nothing else to do. That was kind of, you know, my moment. How should I do this? How do I do this? Because I have books in here and then I have books out there. So how do I do this? I don't know. This is something that I painted. Please don't even look at it because it was just for funsies and it was something that I did and it looks really bad. I got the idea off of somebody else's TikTok who painted something and I was like, that's cool, I wonder if I can do it. I can't, but I hung it up anyways because I needed something here. Anyways, I guess I'll show you, what do I do? That is the question. I have one bookcase that is purely all the books that I have read. And I put all of the books there in that specific bookcase so that I could keep track of all the books that I've read. All the books that I owned used to fit in this bookshelf. This is my I have read these books bookcase, and there's like some books here, but these are pretty much all of the books that I have read. As you can see, like, there's that, and then there's also those as well. So those are the books that I have read, not this year, just in general have read. And then these are the books that I have not read. And that's just some of them. I think what I'm gonna do is I am gonna take all the books off of the bookcase. I think I'm gonna take them out over where the other books are because that's where a lot of the books are. And then I will just count them. I think that's the best form of action. So I don't have multiple cameras that I can just set up while I do. Actually, I have 2 cameras, but I'm not going to because I'm lazy. And that requires getting out different tripods, which I don't want to do. So I am going to go do that, and then when I see you, you're gonna see me with a bunch of books. There's nowhere for me to sit down here. So I'm sitting on an actual chair and not on like a floor. I don't know how to, like, I guess I can just go through and we'll just count them. I will go through all of the books. This is gonna be a long video because I have a lot of books. But I will go through the books and, ooh, I should get a sticky note and yeah. Okay, let me do that. Hold on. So I have sticky notes. These are like, it's like a sticky pad type of thing. And my friend gave it to me for my birthday. And I have a pen. Okay, let's get to doing this. I also have hydration because I'm hot. But actually I am though. Okay, let's do this. I don't even know where to start. This is gonna take forever. This is called The Beautiful. Couldn't tell you why I have this. Couldn't tell you what it's about. It's true, vampires are back and they're more seductive than ever. Okay, so this is about vampires. I don't know anything else about this book. I don't know why I bought this book. I don't know when I bought this book, but I have it. It's here. It's about vampires. We have the Scythe books. We have Scythe, we have Thunderhead, and we have The Toll. Haven't read them. I did buy them because of a TikTok, I believe, and I had every intention of reading them. They sounded really cool. It's about like Reapers, I think. And I just didn't read it. So we have these 3. We have The Daughter of the Pirate King. I don't remember what this book is about, but I do remember people being like, this is such a good book. So I got it, didn't read it. The Damned. Oh, this is by the same author that did The Beautiful. Oh, it's the sequel. This is the sequel to The Beautiful, so this must be about vampires as well. Haven't read it, don't know about it. And the Aragon series, this is pretty much all the explanation that you need. I have the whole series, and it's a series that should be read by someone. There's the One of Us is Next and One of Us is Lying. This, I believe, is it's One of Us is Lying and then One of Us is Next. And I'm pretty sure they made this into a TV show, and I wanted to read the books before I watched the show because I really like reading the books before I see the movie or the TV show. Didn't watch the show, didn't read the books, but I heard they're good. I have the V.E. Schwab. I think it's like the Light series. So there's A Darker Shade of Magic, A Gathering of Shadows, and A Conjuring of Light, and it's a trilogy. I think I just got these because they looked cool. They're also exclusive collector's edition. They must be pretty, right? On the inside? Yeah, they're pretty on the inside. I'm a sucker for those types of things. This looks cool. Why haven't I read this? This looks like a fun read. I don't know, maybe I will read that. I also got these books. The Furyborn, Kingsman, and Lightbringer. This is another trilogy. Didn't read it. Wanted to, didn't read it. Can't tell you what it's about. So we have The Handmaid's Tale, didn't read it. We have The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Meant to read it, was going to read it, and then I wasn't interested in like a thriller. Almost Maine, because it had Maine in the title and I live in Maine. Every Bone a Prayer. I heard that this was really good. It's about the Appalachian Mountains, and I really like the Appalachian Mountains. I really like any book based in the Appalachian Mountains. I love hiking in the Appalachian Mountains. So I was like, oh, I would love to read more about that. And then I didn't. Six Crimson Cranes. I got this because, again, it was like a TikTok thing where like it was really big on TikTok, and so I got it, and then I just didn't read it, but I heard really good things about it. We have this big series. This is Torch Against the Night, The Reaper, A Reaper at the Gates, and A Sky Beyond the Storm. It's the Ember and Ashes. I already read Ember and Ashes though, and I didn't exactly love it. Wasn't thrilled by it. However, I did get all four in case I was thrilled by book one. And I haven't read any of them. So, well, I read book one, but I haven't read any of these. So I was going to read these in the summer, this summer, last summer, but I didn't. I don't necessarily know the order that these go in. It's the Stalking Jack the Ripper series by Carrie Maniscalco. I heard Stalking Jack the Ripper was incredible, so I bought the whole thing. I started to read this, and then I literally fell asleep because I was so bored. And so I was like, okay, I'm obviously not in the mood for this right now. And so I set it aside. And then I read her other trilogy that she had come out with, Kingdom of the Wicked. I read that, wasn't a fan of her writing. So then I was like, well, maybe it's her writing that I'm just not clicking with. It's just not for me. It's just, I don't know, something about her writing, it just isn't compelling for me. And so many people love this series, love the Kingdom of the Wicked series, so I feel bad, but it's just, I don't know, like I just wasn't vibing with it. We have The Book Thief, which was one of my book clubs that I was supposed to read this in, and then I didn't, but I heard it was really good. Like everybody in the book club really liked it. If We Were Villains, oh, it's signed. This is the Waterstone edition. I think I might read this in October though. It feels like it, look at it. It's an October vibe. Like you can't read this in July or August. Like, this is an October book through and through. And then I love Adrienne Young. Don't even talk to me about, if you don't like Adrienne Young's writing, please like click out now because I love her writing. This is the last book of what she's written in the like Fable series. This is not related to Fable, but it's the same universe. It's just different, completely different cast. I have been saving this book because I'm not ready to give it up. Like, I'm just not ready to give it up. I really, really, really love her writing. I love Fable. I love pirates and all of that stuff. It's just, I love this. But I don't want to read it because I don't want it to be over with. So I haven't read it yet. We have Burn Our Bodies Down, Wilder Girl, In 5 Years, The Thursday Murder Club. I have tried to read this book thrice now. Cannot get through it. It is boring. I cannot. I'm on chapter 22 page 77. I cannot get through this. I have tried thrice. It is not good. It's just not good. Some people say like you just have to get to the very end of it for it to be good, but I don't feel like you should have to read an entire book in order for it to be good. Babel, The Grimrose Girls, A Study in Charlotte, because I was very into Sherlock Holmes for a very long time. The Unflinching Ash, I literally saw one TikToker talk about this character and I was like, must read. Purchased immediately. This is the red, what is it? The red something. The Red Queen. This is the Red Queen series. I've already read the Red Queen though, so that's not in this series. I just didn't read the rest of the series because I was reading, so I read the Red Queen when I was on vacation and I went to go visit my in-laws. I brought that book with me and I read it on the plane, but I didn't bring the rest of the series. So when I was visiting them, I bought a different book and I read that book, and then I got, because I was in the area, I just got the rest of that series, and then I started reading the rest of that series, and then I never went back to this. So this is not a bad series. I didn't think it was bad. Some people did, but I actually really liked it. I just didn't go back to it, so. And this is why I buy whole series. Like, I know people are like, well, why don't you just read book one and see if you, no, I can't. Like, I physically can't. I don't know what to tell you. It's just impossible. So I have to buy the whole thing in case I finish book one and immediately need to get book two. Also, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yelling at you. There's no reason for that. This is Tales from Hinterland. Hazelwood, though, I do remember seeing TikToks on this and being really intrigued by it and wanting to read it. And then The Night Country, I guess, is book two. I bought these and didn't read them. I got Daughter of Sparta because I'm Greek. Sophia, Princess Among Beasts, White Stag, The Siren, Whispers and the Roars, The Kind Worth Killing, King of Scars. Some of these are Book of the Month books. I think I've gotten 7 boxes from Book of the Month and I've only read one of those books, which was The Hacienda, which was fantastic. It was an absolute great read. But I have The Adventures of Amina al-Sarafi. And then we have A Lessons in Chemistry. I actually have multiple copies of this book because I have been sent copies of this book by friends who were like, you should read this. Not knowing that I already have it with the cool edges. I got this from Waterstones and haven't read it yet. Apples Never Fall. This was an author that I used to read when I lived in San Diego, and I really liked her writing. And so when I saw that she had a new book out, I just kind of grabbed it. But I don't really think I'm in that era anymore. I might read it, I don't know. I know that I like her writing. The Last Tale of the Flower Bride, The League of Gentlemen Witches by India Holton. I really like her writing. I really like her style. And so I just haven't read this one yet, but I have read the other 2 books in this kind of universe thing. The Summer of Broken Rules, Once Upon a Broken Heart, which the book 2 of that is on the bookshelf, which we will get to later. This is The Magical Misfits. It's by Neil Patrick Harris. It is a middle grade series, and it's about magic. The Words, which I heard one line on TikTok and purchased. Divine Rivals, Nothing But the Truth. I've already showed you guys this part because this was in my latest book haul. So some of these books are gonna look familiar. We have Yours Truly, book club, not book club, Book of the Month book. Message Not Found. This was a book of the book club book pick that I didn't read. Last Chance Books. It looked really cute. I really liked the cover. Daisy Jones and the Six, which I really just got because I got this at Barnes & Noble and it's the original cover. And it was when they were like phasing out the original cover and putting in the new Prime cover. And I don't like TV covers. So I snatched this on the off chance that I would want to read it. We have The Peaceful Wife, which is a Christian book. We have Light Lark. This was all over TikTok for numerous reasons. Got it, didn't read it. Deadly Education, Truly Madly Deadly. The Atlas 6, which I definitely have more than one copy of the Atlas 6. There's a picture in this. Oh, that's fun. That's fun, I love that. A Winter's Promise, The Missing Claire de Lune, The Memory of Babel, and The Storm of Echoes. I don't know how, but I ended up on French Book Talk, and somebody was talking about this and I was like, that sounds like a great book to read. And then it was like, there's actually 4 of them. And I was like, fantastic. And so then I went to get them in French because I wanted to read them in French, but Amazon would only give me the English version. So I just got this one instead. I guess I could have done some more like Googling to get it in French, but I didn't. But we have it in English. So the Atlas 6, this is the newer one. And does this one have pictures? Oh, it does have some pictures on the inside, but does it have pictures on the pages? Oh, I'm so glad that they kept that. That's cool, right? Isn't that cool? I'm so glad that they kept those. That's nice. Oh wait, these are not, are these? They're different, but the same. I'm gonna go through these fast because I've already done them. There's Maine by J. Courtney Sullivan. These are all J. Courtney Sullivan. The Engagements, Friends and Strangers. Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey. It Started with a Dog. Ellen Hildebrand's What Happens in Paradise. This is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. This is the Wildwood series. There's a 3rd book. I've already read book 1. They're all ginormous, and let me just tell you, the writing isn't exactly big, so, but it's a fun series. It's a fast read. It's for middle schoolers, but I don't know if I would let a middle schooler read this. It's kind of violent. I think 13 to 15, and then I think 25 and up. We have The Cruel Prince, which I already have the series, but it's in hardcover. I have this one in paperback because it was sent to me. Vita Nostra, and I believe this is a Russian story, correct? Yeah, so this is a Russian book. It was translated in English. I saw this on a TikTok and the girl was telling me about it and it sounded really, really good. This is Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe. This was a book club book. I did not read it. These are some poetry books. This is Sincerely. I think I saw someone post one thing from it and I was like, must have. The Grace Year, which I have had for a while. I've never read it, but then Haley Pham like read it and loved it, and then Sarah Caroli, I want to say, also read it, and I now am like, oh, people are now starting to read this. Maybe I should read this too. I don't know, but I have it. I've always had this. I've had this for a very long time. Just never read it. Ninth House. I think I have Ninth House in hardcover. This is The House on the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune. I bought it, didn't read it. Someone Else's Shoes, which sounded good. Book of the month. Didn't read it. This is The Ninth House and Hellbent. I did have it in hardcover. Girls of Storm and Shadow. This is from the series Girls of Paper and Fire. I read Girls of Paper and Fire, liked it, but didn't like it. We have J.K. Rowling's The Christmas Pig because I wanted a Christmas book to read. The Cabin. I don't remember what this is about, and I think I saw it on TikTok, so I bought it. They Both Die at the End. I definitely saw this on TikTok, so I bought it. Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I have the other books somewhere over there, so you will see them as well, but I got this. This is Selected Poems of Emily Dickinson. Undoing the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. Along for the Ride. Please Love Me at My Worst. This is a very good set of poems. It's by Michaela Anjamir. I'm not sure how you say her last name. They are just so good. Do you see that? Like, here's one. Teach me how to love with arms wide open. My limbs seem to be permanently crossed. I'm stuck here. Unclench my fists, kiss my palms, and tell them all my wars have already been fought and the cavalry isn't coming back. Remind me about the sun. Make me look up instead of down. Wish on my teardrops until they become moonlight. I promise they'll become moonlight. Please don't give up on me. Please love me at my worst. Like, so, oh my gosh. It's just so good. I really love this whole thing. It's just so good. But I haven't read through all of it. I kind of, even if I have read poems, I kind of don't put it on my have read shelf because I don't really look at that shelf very often. And I like poems to be in a place where I will go there often. So I tend to not put them on my I have read this shelf. Watering the Soul. How to Love the World, Poems of Gratitude and Hope. I thought this was like a really cute book. This is The Summer Rental by Mary Kay Andrews. Small Favors. Iron Widow, Daughter of the Moon Goddess. We have The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. Love and Olives. Luck and Love, Alone with You in the Ether. The Way I Used to Be. This is Proust's Swan's Way. My grandmother was born in 1912. This book is from 1928. This is probably one of a first editions type of read. So I just kind of casually have it. The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. This is the Tea Dragon Society. I need to just read these. It's a graphic novel, so it's gonna be easy to read, but look how cute these are. I also have the Tea Dragon Festival. Look how cute. Wherever you go, there you are. The Places I've Cried in Public, sad book. Piranesi. I am back on the floor. My Chemical Romance, Icebreaker, 5 Love Languages, 5-Star Weekend, Golden Girl, Beach Reunion, the Chestnut Springs series, Crown of Midnight, Day of Falling Night, Finley Donovan Jumps the Gun, Winter Solstice, 28 Summers, Summer of 69, the Touch of Ruin series, Juniper and Thorn, Red Rising, no! Hooked series, Ghosted, One for My Enemy, Broken Blade, Surfside Sisters, The Short Life of Brie Tanner, The Perfect Couple, Troubles in Paradise, Divorce Proof Your Marriage, and A Woman After God's Own Heart, the Hunger Games series, Church of Cowards, Carmilla, Barefoot, Hotel Nantucket. I fell in love with Hope. I'm pretty sure I saw this on TikTok and got it. I think one of the authors passed away, and so she published it anyways, right? She started it, which was a book club, not book club, book of the month pick. Inkblood Sister Scribe, Kyland, Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. I started it, I really liked it, but then I needed to read a book for book club, so I put it away and I didn't go back to it. The True Love Experiment, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, The House Across the Lake, Thistlefoot, Fourth Wing, the Magnolia Parks series, The Housemaid, Beach Read, More Than Words, and Most of All of You. Wait, Most of All You. Most of All You. Most of All You. Misfit, A Spinster's Guide to Danger and Dukes, Better Than the Movies. We have My Fault, Secretly Yours, The Spanish Love Deception, The Chase. We have the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I really liked the King of Sin series that she's published so far, so I think I will be reading these very soon. Sadie on a Plate, Ellen Hilderbrand, Troubles in Paradise, What Happens in Paradise, and Winter in Paradise. And it's her like paperback copies of it. I got them because they looked so cute. I really liked the covers. From Blood and Ash series. This is my Cruel Prince series, plus How the King of Elfham Learned to Hate Stories. So this is the Fairy Loot edition of Crescent City. I have both Crescent City books 1 and 2. And this is what book 2 looks like. Book 1 looks like this, except it's red. And it says Light It Up on the back. And then you open it and it's got like more stuff. Violet of Never After. We have Trees of the Emerald Sea. This is by Brandon Sanderson. This is A Venom, Dark and Sweet, and then a magic steeped in poison. These looked so cute, so I bought them. I just haven't read them yet. I've actually read these books on the shelf. This is the Percy Jackson series, the Harry Potter series, and then the Nicholas Flamel Sorcerer series. It's a very long title, so I hope you understand what I'm talking about. We have Belladonna, The Color of Dragons, Under the Earth Over the Sky, Under the World, the entire Dune series, which I bought and never read. We have Six of Crows and The Crooked Kingdom. Haven't read it yet. Those are books that I've read, but they're old, so I'm not gonna pull them out. Blood Mercy, Nona the 10, Bride of the Winter King, The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea, Go Tell the Bees That I Am Gone. This is gonna be so annoying to put this back together. This doesn't feel like such a great idea anymore. Yoke, Mother of Death and Dawn. I bought book 3, not knowing that there are 2 other books before this. Lanterns of the Lost, Girls of Fate and Fury, The Dragon's Promise, The Circus Train, also a book of the month pick, When We Were Birds. We have the Throne of Glass series, which I haven't read yet. Hi, I switched sides. 3 of the Lore Olympus books, Night of the Raven, Dawn of the Dove. I have the entire Crave series. I'm just gonna leave this there because I don't wanna move it. I also have the entire Twilight series, which I'm not gonna move because it's so heavy. Priority of the Orange Tree, Ordinary Monsters. This is a lot of spiritual books that I think I have read all of these, so I'm not gonna pull them off. Sister Stardust, The Wilder Women, Marmee. Oh, this is more of the Finley Donovan series. The Tokyo series, Tokyo Ever After and Tokyo Dreaming. The Magic of Lemon Drop Pie, The Floating Girls. A Faux Love Story, The Year After You, Virgin Suicides, Salt of the Sea, I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter, more Riley Sager, Survive the Night, Heart of the Sun Warrior, I think this is the next book in Daughter of the Moon Goddess, The Atlas Paradox, Luckiest Girl Alive, So This Is Christmas, Tales from the Cafe, and Before Your Memory Fades, All I Want for Christmas, The Man Who Died Twice, which is the second book in the Thursday Murder Club book. I have Tom Felton's book. All the books are falling! Beyond the Word, or Beyond the Wand. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said that. Beyond the Wand. And then I have another book of lessons in chemistry because I was gifted this one. That's everything. So I'm gonna count these and then I will tell you how many books are on my physical TBR that I have not read. Obviously, these do not count the books that I have on Kindle Unlimited. That is a different video. Should I just count? What do I do? How do I count this? Oh, I have the sticky notes. So I moved into the bedroom just because it was very, very hot in the other room and I started to sweat. I am still sweating. I don't know if you can tell. I forgot the Shatter Me series. I just recently purchased these and so they're not out there because they're by my desk because I want to read them. So I have the whole Shatter Me series, which is gonna up my total. So hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so the books out there equal 291 plus these 9 books brings my total to 300. There's 300 books on my physical TBR that I have not read, but have intentions to read. Also, just so you know, I did not count the books that I have 2 of. I set those aside. So I don't have those books counted, which means I have a lot of books. Maybe I won't buy any more books until I kind of cleave a chunk out of the 300 that I own. That might be nice. If you saw any books that I have listed today, please let me know. If you were like, hey, that was such a good book, I would like you to read it and talk about it. Or if you were like, oh, I really want to try that book, but I trust you more than I trust myself, so why don't you read it in case it sucks, and then I won't have to. That's it for me. I have 300 books to put back on the shelf now and reorganize, so that's gonna be fun. Also, I don't even have enough shelf space. I need another bookcase. Dear husband, if you're watching this on the off chance, maybe just, I don't know, maybe you would like to get me another bookcase, maybe. I am gonna head out. I need to drink water. It's very hot. Just so you know, I am trying to work on a reading vlog. There will be reading vlogs coming. So don't think that I have like stopped doing that. I am still doing that. I just finished Crescent City. I don't want to publish it. Like I don't want to put it on YouTube because I didn't have very popular opinions on it. And I just don't feel like dealing with that. So that's not going up. But I have other things that I do want to put up. So I will see you next week. Hopefully there is a reading vlog next week. And if there isn't, feel free to riot. But I hope that there is. Okay, that's it for me. Don't forget to subscribe. Seriously, if you don't subscribe, I'm going to be very, very sad.